I think that'll be okay for now. Yeah. Hi, everybody. How are you? Thanks for joining us for our very first virtual wellness group, Wellness in You. And I'm glad to have you all here. I'm Joanne Bostwick. You probably all know that already, but just in case. And just so you know a little bit about me, I'm a mom of 2 girls. I'm a grandmom of 5 wonderful grandkids. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a person who really believes in living our best life, no matter what age we are. And I'm also really happy and proud to be an independent consultant with Arbonne. So I wanted to start this group because I think we're all very interested in being healthy and happy. And we want our lives to be full no matter what. So I thought what we could do is just begin to share ways that we can do that, encourage each other, learn a little bit. So that's kind of my plan for the future. And I want to share a little bit more about what I'm planning. But before I go any further, I wanted to say a huge shout out to Devaney Sither. So, hey, Devaney.
Hello.
Devaney has been so patient to help me because I am not very good with technology, and I have asked so many questions, and she has got me on track and doing this. So thank you, Devaney. You really rock, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you do. Devaney, while we have time, why don't you just share real quickly what you do, one of your many things that you do. She's a very talented lady. So why don't you just share that a little bit? I would love that. And I think Natalie's coming on with us here.
Great.
Hi, Dr. Nathalie, how are you? Okay, so Devaney, do you want to share what you do while we're just waiting for everybody to get on?
Yes, I am an event planner, and that's how Joanne and I kind of collaborated and made this dream of hers come true. And that's what I do. I, like Joanne said, I wear many hats. I do different things, and I love to be creative.
Well, you've been very creative and very patient with me to help me get through this, so thank you. So
you're welcome.
Welcome, Dr. Nathalie. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. Thank you. Let me see. Do we have everybody?
I cannot hear, so hold on a second.
Okay. I hear you now. All right. So what I thought I would do tonight is just kind of tell you what my plan is as we start moving forward with this group. So what I plan is that we'll do it twice a month. So I've kind of arbitrarily chosen the 2nd and the 4th Wednesdays of each month. I think that's a little easier to remember. So it's always going to be on a Wednesday night, but it'll be the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday nights. I'm going to plan after this session to have a speaker each time to talk about some of the many aspects of wellness. And we're going to have a little discussion about that in a minute. So I'm sure we'll all realize there are so many things we think of when we talk about wellness. So I'm really excited about some of the people. Dr. Nathalie is actually one of them who said that she would like to share at some point. I have quite a few other people who are going to share with us, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun, you know, getting inspired and learning and just taking away some little nugget that we can use to help ourselves be well. So I also promise that it's going to be short. I really want to keep it that way because I think so many of us are so, right now we are so much on Zoom or on, you know, in front of a computer, and we really want to make sure that we don't overdo it for you. So I want it to be short and sweet. So that's my plan. Let's see. It's going to be fun. That's also something. And I think that's super important that everybody has fun with it. And it's also free. And I want you to know that that's really important to me. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to, let me try to mute everybody. Not sure I know how to mute everybody, but let's see. That muted me, so that didn't work. But what I will try to do is be able to, once I figure it out, how to mute everyone. And then once you want to talk, you're just going to unmute. Okay. All right. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be free. I will be sharing some from my Arbonne Healthy Living tips, or some specials, or even a specific product that I feel kind of meshes with whatever our speakers are sharing about. But I want everybody to really feel free to take advantage of this without feeling pressure to buy or anything like that. So please invite other people, especially if you know there's somebody who's got some challenges and they want to work on them and they want to share that with us. That's kind of people we want to just, have part of our group here. So, I also want to base the sessions on things that really matter to you. So I thought tonight that this would be a really great time for us to begin to share what our thoughts are on wellness. And we're going to do that in just a second. So anyway, if I know some of the people are going to be watching this as a recording. So whether you're here live or on the recording, I'm going to ask that you would connect and just tell me things that you're interested in for wellness and what you think about, like with our discussion here. I will get back to everybody. So if you put something in the chat, I will be able to answer that afterwards. I'm probably not real good at talking and answering it at the same time. But we will at least I will at least be getting back to you about that. So one quick thing, I wanted to make this fun in some way too, for just sharing your time with me. So I want to give this away, and it's one of my favorite kind of things. It's fairly new. It's a facial mask, but it's on a sheet. So what you do is just simply wash your face and dry it. And then you apply this. It's actually a sheet with like holes for your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And once you put it on, you just leave it on for about 15 minutes. So it's super simple. You just put it on and rest, listen to some nice quiet music while your face is soaking up all this wonderful serum. And when you're done, you just simply take it off and then kind of massage in the serum that's still left on your skin. And it's just so great. If your skin has been looking dull or kind of tired looking, it's not going to when you're done. You're really going to like it. So what I thought I would do is, for everybody that leaves a comment, either by emailing me afterwards or certainly tonight by putting something in the chat, I'm going to make a raffle with all of those names for somebody that put that in there. And then I will, sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. Anyway, so I'll be drawing a name. I'm just wondering if that is a person who was trying to get into our meeting. Are you guys okay if I check on that real quick? Let me just see here. I don't know that I can get her back, so. All right, I think I'll just leave it for now. Anyway, okay, so we have a lot of participants. I'm hoping that people weren't struggling to get on tonight, because I did have some more people that were planning to be here. But you guys are awesome for joining. So let's hear from you. Kind of, what do you think of when you hear that word wellness? What does it mean to you? I don't know, let's just sort of open that up and see. So tell me, anybody willing to do that? You can just simply unmute if you are muted at this point, which I can't quite tell. I think we're all, yeah, you guys are muted. So just simply unmute yourself and go for it. What do you think of when you hear that word wellness?
The first thing that pops into my mind when I hear wellness is maybe like a calm relaxation feeling. Like a massage to me would be a form of wellness, like mental health type. Taking a mental health day, I think, is what I think of when I think of wellness. Like,
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Nathalie, any thoughts from you? I'm sure you have many because you work with this all the time.
I don't know. I suppose that you're muted. How do I mute myself?
No, I can actually hear you because I think you're on the screen twice.
Yeah, because my computer does not have an hearing, so I have myself.
Oh, so sorry. Okay.
I just left some things at home, but for me, wellness is really being kind of in a state of flow and ease, where things go smoothly. You feel the energy you do want to have, and you feel fulfilled in your activities and your relationships. So that's for me wellness.
I like that, especially the one about feeling fulfilled in your activities. Yeah, that's one I don't think I have worded quite that way, but I like that. That's great wording. Very good. Well, one of the things that I wanted to do before this was I just kind of Googled, what is wellness? Because I think a couple of years ago, when I first heard people talking about wellness, I kind of thought just that it was meaning more like physical wellness. Maybe because I work in that field, I was sort of leaning toward that direction, but gradually realized that it's a whole lot more than that. So here's a couple of the things that I found on Google for what that's worth. But anyway, what is wellness? It came up. It's an active process toward a healthy, fulfilling life. So there's that exact word that Nathalie just used, that. And I kind of underlined when I read this one about it's an active process. So we can wish to feel well all we want, but we do have to do something. We have to go schedule that time to get a massage, like, Devaney said, or make that choice that it's more important for me today to have a mental health day. Whatever that involves for each person might be different, but we do have to be actively participating in this. So the other definition, another one was, it's an overall mental and physical state of a person. And again, like Devaney said, the mental state is so much a part of it. The state of living a healthy lifestyle, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And this was kind of my favorite because I liked the way it put it. It said it was an integration of that physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Because I think sometimes we think of the emotional part, the mental part, the physical part, but we forget that all kind of comes into our spiritual well-being as well. So I kind of like that definition. So that one was my favorite, and I just thought I would share it with you. So you guys already shared a couple things, but what other things do you like to do when you feel like maybe what way, if you were having a stressful day, what is your way that you kind of like your go-to way that you help yourself to feel better that day? So you might schedule a massage, even if it's not that day, it's coming, and that makes you happy knowing it's coming. But what else?
Bubble bath.
Oh, okay, bubble bath. I'm not a bubble bath person. I do not like to sit in the tub. It just feels like, I don't know, I can't sit still long enough, I guess. But I do like to make a foot soak. So I will often do a foot soak since I don't feel comfortable like lying down or sitting in a tub. I will do a foot soak, and we have some really awesome products that I love to use because the scent of them as well just kind of immediately helps me feel relaxed. So that's what I like to do, and I really don't do that enough. So I'm glad you said bubble bath. Bubble bath's a good one, or a foot soak. What else? What can you suggest, or what do you find really helpful to you, or somebody else has mentioned to you that you like to do?
I like to go swimming and do laps, actually.
Oh, okay. So that physical release of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the summer, I go to the Willamette. That's what I really very like to go.
Oh, you actually go to the river and swim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm so impressed. I'm always impressed with you, Natalie.
Don't be. It's just so nice to be outside, and it's cool outside in the water and warm outside, and you hear the wind and the trees, and I just like that.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say go for a walk, so that makes sense too.
Yeah, I have that on my list of things too, because I think that's probably my go-to one, that especially after, I've been sitting here at my kitchen table now has become my office. And so sometimes I just feel like, oh yeah, I've had enough. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to hook up my dog to his harness and we're going to go. Even if it's raining or whatever, it just kind of turns my thinking around. It clears my head in some way. So I like, and I think the physical energy of it, although lately my poor dog, I think it's more like a drag than a walk sometimes by the time we get home, because he's getting quite elderly and he starts out really good, but by the time we get home, I think, oh, maybe I took him a little too far. But just even having his company is great, and Devaney, I know you have your cat, and when we've been chatting on our one-to-one Zooms for this, your cat just cracks me up. He comes and he talks to you and all that sort of thing. And so that company, what do you think? Does that also kind of help you feel well?
Absolutely.
I know my dog does too.
Yeah.
Let me think what else. I was going to share that I absolutely love to see the beauty. Like Natalie, you were saying how you love to hear the wind when you're out there swimming. And hold on, I'm going to admit Jim. So he'll be coming on board here. So yeah, I think that's another thing. Hi, Jim. Welcome. I'm not sure. Can you hear us, Jim?
I can perfectly. Can you see me at all?
Now I can.
Good.
Welcome. We're glad you're here. We sort of started discussing already a little bit about what this group is going to be like and what we're going to plan to do. And also kind of what we're thinking wellness means. So think on that, or if you have something you want to share right away, that's great. And we were just popping in with some ways that we like to do things that kind of help us to feel better when we're stressed. So Devaney had mentioned that she really likes to get a massage, go for a walk. Dr. Napoli likes to swim in the Willamette. I'm very impressed with that. And, so she likes to do that and just be out in nature and seeing the beauty that way. So anything else to share about what you think of when you hear the word wellness, or things you like to do? I think I froze. There we go. So if you're on mute, make sure you unmute so we can hear your comments. There's so few of us. I think we're okay with leaving it all off. Oh, what a view. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jim, do you have any ideas? Like, what do you think of when you hear the word wellness? I'm not sure that he can hear us there yet. So anyway, I guess one of the things I wanted to point out, and you guys already nailed it, is the idea that it's not just about physical wellness. That's certainly a big part of it. If we are in pain, or we're concerned about an illness, I don't think we tend to necessarily feel like we are well. So physical wellness is going to be important. Healthy, feelings are going to be important. But also that idea that Devaney mentioned, which was just the fact that we want to also feel good emotionally. And just kind of feed our souls. So one of the things that I like to do is start my day with a routine, just to be reading things that are positive and encouraging to me. For me, I tend to usually read a devotional and scripture and that kind of thing, because that's what lifts me up. Other people, maybe they like to do yoga or something like that and meditate, or just even sit outside and enjoy the beauty of the day if they're able to do that, or to look out a window. You might notice behind me, I've got a little deck, and I used to be, I loved to flower garden when I had a big home back east. I don't have that anymore, but I'm still so thankful to have that opportunity just to be able to look out the window or get out there on my deck, and just have a few flowers that I can look at. There's something about nature that just lifts me up, and I think it does that for many of us. So let me see what else. A gratefulness journal. Anybody do that? No? Okay. I have a friend who is an author. I don't know how many journals she now has. They're like stacks of them. And she does this all the time. And then I have another friend from out here who runs a group called Friend to Friend. And it's like a grief group to help people work through their grief. And when I went to that, she was so adamant about the fact that we need to journal every day about our feelings, be they difficult or struggling kinds of feelings, and then kind of put that out there on the page, and then begin to really bring it to the point where you can be thankful for something, whatever it is. And that friend just shared with me a couple weekends ago that she is up to like number 9,000. It's almost 10,000 things that she has written with not one that's the same in her gratefulness journal. So I was blown away by that, and I thought, I don't think there's any way that I could probably do that. So okay.
And what does she experience? The more she does it, what does she describe it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Her name is also Joanne, and she said that when she does this, it just sort of like lifts her up out of a place of, emotional upheaval or discomfort or whatever. And I have noticed, I did it recently when I was having kind of a slump with all the stuff that's going on. And I just felt like I couldn't get myself motivated to move and do what I wanted to do and to work on my business or to reach out to anybody. And so I just took one night and I wrote in this journal all the things that were driving me buggy. And in my way of doing it, I just simply said, okay, I'm going to give this back. I don't want it anymore. I'm going to give it to God or to the universe, whatever you like to say. And then on the other page next to it, I just started writing all the things I was grateful for. So I can say for me that it totally inexplicably to me lifted me up. I felt different. I started the next day differently because I did that at nighttime. And I started the day with a better attitude. So anyway, I don't want this to just be me talking. Do any of you have anything else you want to share about wellness or ways that you find it's helpful for you? Because that's the whole point of this group. And I do hope we're going to grow so that we can have more of a discussion about it. Any other thoughts from any of you?
I just want to address the area of stress
Okay, Jim.
in a couple different ways. The first way is just to say that A body in motion stays in motion. And so that's one of the reasons I teach Tai Chi.
Yes.
I have a group here in a senior home, and I have a group of 20-year-olds at Mia Donna Jewelry, wholesale jewelry, in the building next to ours at work. So some people say, oh, Qigong and yoga and Tai Chi are for old people. Not necessarily. I get more feedback from my people who are in their 20s in the jewelry firm than I do from my seniors.
Great.
So I'm just saying that stretching and muscle tendon joint exercises, long walks, nature paths in the park. I've got a group, we go to the Tualatin River Wildlife Refuge and Nature Center once a week. And we get to walk, and we go in the nature center after a 2-mile walk, and we learn all about the different birds in the refuge there.
I
Red-tailed
want
hawk.
to sign up for that. I love that idea. Sign me up. Tell me when.
Okay. That's just one idea.
Oh, that's great. I'm looking forward to Jim. He's volunteered also to be able to be one of our speakers one night, and just share, some little thing. Like, I know nothing about Qigong. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be getting it scheduled. That's one of the things. I'll have scheduled speakers, and our next meeting is going to be, again, on that 4th Wednesday. So that's going to be July 22nd. So that's what we'll be doing at that point. Again, don't forget to put a little comment in the chat below, even if it's just hi, I don't care, because that's how I'm going to be pulling names for my raffle, and then pull one of those names to receive my little special gift here that I can actually send out to you. So keeps it safe with our COVID times. So I also want this to be a really positive group. So I'm hoping that if you haven't already gotten yourself hooked up with my private Facebook group called Healthy and Happy, I'd like for us to be able to share tips there. And I'll be trying to do some other Facebook things, as Devaney's been encouraging me, just on my regular page and sending people there. So that for those of you who are speakers, it will be more connection for you. Help people to learn the things that you do and how you can help them, because I'm looking forward to being able to help you do that as well. So one thing I did want to share, and you guys probably already all know about Arbonne, but I just want to make sure that you kind of know why this fits so well, I think, with All About Wellness. Arbonne's whole idea is about healthy living, both inside the body and outside the body, how it affects how we feel on the inside and how we look on the outside. That always just kind of really resonated with me when I learned about it, and that's why I became a consultant. It's just another way for me to be able to help people. So again, I love that their mission is really to empower people to flourish. And I think that's what our wellness is all about. It's allowing us to flourish. So again, I'm going to share a few things at times about that, but, I don't want it to be something where people can't jump on if they feel like they have to buy. So please invite other people to join us as you feel like it might be worthwhile to somebody else. You can take the link that you got onto tonight and simply share it. I'll keep it as the same link, I think, right, Devaney? Like I said, thank you again. You've helped me so much. All right, so let me see if there's anything else I just wanted to share. I think that's pretty good, and I believe we're almost at our 30 minutes. Yeah, we've got 15 seconds, so. And I promise to keep it short. So guys, I thank you so much for popping on with me and supporting me. I hope this is just going to be a really fun event and something that we'll be learning from as well. So hopefully more people on next time. So thank you for joining. have a great night. Enjoy the beautiful weather that we're having. Thank you, Devaney, and thank you for your comment. Don't forget, put a comment below so I can get you in that raffle. All right.
Go in.
Thank
How
you.
about inviting Lacey and Dr. Arad?
Yes, I've already talked to Dr. Rad. I've talked to Brian, or not Brian, excuse me, Brad. Brad is going to probably be our first speaker, actually, because you only had me tonight. And Dr. Nathalie has said she would like to do something. Elaine is going to do something, because when we get our spaces all cluttered, and many of us are dealing with that right now with working from home so much, you know, she has some interesting information for us about that. So I'm excited. I think it's really going to be fun to kind of hear all the different things that people are sharing. And so if you know other people, since we're all the tip people at the moment that are on, you know, we may also know other people that aren't in our group or we don't have represented in our group. So we might want to ask them to join us too. Nathalie, I was thinking of asking Karen maybe if she would like to do a little nutrition thing for us at some point. And so if you think of anybody else, I really loved, Devaney shared with me, I don't know if we had that part recorded or not, but she was sharing that posture is really an issue now with so many of us sitting in front of, you know, laptops that are just thrown on top of a table, so we're not at a good level, and we spend so long there. And so posture for me, I could really use some information about that. So please text something that would interest you about wellness. That's something you can, like, again, put in the comments, or you can text or email me, and all of those comments are going to go into my raffle, but it also is going to help me to make sure I make this make sense and worthwhile for people to spend their time. So, okay, so well, I'm done for my 30 minutes, so I will sign off now. Be well, be healthy, and be happy. That's our purpose. So thanks again. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Laura, for doing this.
Oh, thank you for joining.